Part 1 of When You Get Hired as a Caretaker of a Mafia's Daughter. A fan fiction by Puncton Fiction World. The sound of rain hitting the pavement fills the quiet office. Vine sits stiffly in a luxurious leather chair, staring at the contract before her. Across the desk sits a man who exudes danger, his dark eyes scanning her like a predator evaluating prey. Vine's POV. This is a bad idea, a very, very bad idea. Taking a job as a caretaker for a mafia's boss daughter. This sounds like a beginning of a tragic headline, not a career move. She glances up, meeting his gaze for the first time. Jungkook, John Jungkook, the most feared name in the underground world, sits across from her. He doesn't just look dangerous. He is dangerous. Sharp jawline, dark eyes that hold no warmth, and presence that makes the air feel thick. Jungkook coldly, "Do you have any experience with children?" His voice is deep, smooth like velvet, yet it carries an edge that makes her skin prickle. Why clearing throat. "Yes, I used to work at a daycare. I have first aid training." And Jungkook cutting her off. "I don't need your resume. I need to know if you can handle her." His fingers drum against the table as he leans forward, slightly, his eyes narrowing. Jungkook firmly, "My daughter is not an ordinary child. She is innocent, yes, but she is mine, which means she will always have a target on her back." Van swallows, the weight of his words settled in her chest. Van hesitant but firm. "I understand." Jungkook low, "Do you? Because once you take this job, there is no quitting." Jungkook, "No leaving when things get too hard. If you accept, you belong to this household, under my protection, under my rules." The word belong lingers in the air. Van grips her hands together under the table, heart pounding. Van's POV. This isn't just about taking care of a child. This is about stepping into a world I have no business being in. But she exhales, glancing at the small framed photo on his desk. A little girl with chubby cheeks and bright eyes. She looks happy. Van softly yet determined. "I'll take the job." Van stands in the doorway of a child's room, her heart still unsettled from the meeting. The moment her eyes land on a 3-year-old Soyeon, though something shifts, the little girl sits cross-legged on the carpet, stuffing a teddy bear into a toy stroller. Soyeon grinning, "Are you my new nanny?" Her voice is small, innocent, so unlike her father's. Van smiling, kneeling down, "Yes, I am. You can call me Wayan." Suyen tilts her head, studying her before breaking into a shy smile. "Suyen, you are pretty and you don't look scary like Uncle Namjoon." Wine laughs, warmth blooming in her chest. Maybe this job won't be so bad after all. That thought disappears the moment she bumps into a solid chest in the hallway. Jungkook, his towering presence makes her step back instinctively. Jungkook, "She likes you." Ryan nervous, avoiding his eyes. "She's a sweet child." Jungkook tilting his head, smirking slightly. "Don't let her innocence fool you. She's my daughter, which means she'll test you." He leans in slightly, his voice dropping into something almost too intimate, too dangerous. "Jungkook, and if you ever think about leaving, remember this. People who walk away from it don't walk far." Van's breath catches. He steps back, giving her one last unreadable look before disappearing down the hall, leaving her standing there, her heart racing. Van internally, "What I have gotten myself into." At night, Van paces in her new bedroom, a lavish space that feels more like a golden cage. The heavy silence of the mansion presses down on her. The reality of her situation sets in. She is living under the same roof as Jeon Jungkook, the man who could end lives with a mere command, the man who already made it clear that living wasn't an option. While talking to herself, "I should have read that contract more carefully. Not that it would have changed anything. Already signed my name in ink, or maybe in red ink." She sighs, running a hand through her hair. A soft knock at the door startles her. When she opens it, she finds Soyeon standing there, clutching a stuffed bunny. Soyeon pouting, "I can't sleep." Van softening, "Did you have nightmares?" Soyeon shaking her head, stepping closer. Soyeon whispering, wide-eyed, "Appa said I should never walk around the house at night, but I think I heard monsters downstairs." Van slipped twitch at the innocence of her words. If only she knew that the real monster was the man who took her in every night. Van, kneeling down, gently tucking her hair behind her ear. "There are no monsters here, sweetheart." Soyeon whispering, "But there are. Uncle Yungi says Appa is the scariest one." Van stills, heart pounding. Soyeon giggles, clearly unaware of the weight of her words. Van forcing a smile, "Your uncle sounds like a funny man." Suyen nodding seriously, "He's not funny, he's grumpy. But don't tell him I said that." Van laughs softly, standing up and offering her hand. Wyan, come on, I'll stay with you until you fall asleep. Suyan beams, gripping Wyan's hand tightly as they walk back to her room. Later that night, Wyan carefully slips out of Suyan's room, closing the door as quietly as possible. When she turns around, she freezes. Jungkook is standing at the end of the dimly lit hallway, watching her. Wyan internally, how does a man that big move so silently? Jungkook low, she never lets anyone beside me put her to bed. His tone isn't accusing, but it's not exactly warm either. More curious, as if he's trying to figure her out. Wyan straightens, ignoring the way his presence makes her skin prickle. Wyan quietly, she was scared. Jungkook tilting his head, and you stayed? Wyan hesitant, of course that's my job. He takes a slow step forward, and Wyan instinctively backs up until her back meet the wall. Jungkook voice dropping lower, you say that now, but let's see if you are still here in a few months. His words send a shiver down to her spine. He steps back, his gaze lingering on her for a moment before he turns and disappears into the shadow of the mansion, leaving Wyan standing there heart pounding. Next day, Wyan finds Jungkook in a grand living room discussing something with Yoongi, his right-hand man. The tension in the air is thick, but one tries to ignore it and she approaches. Wyan, I need to go out. Both men pause. Jungkook looks up at her slowly, his expression unreadable. Yoongi raises an eyebrow, as if impressed by her audacity. Jungkook, calm yet dangerous. Excuse me? Van standing her ground despite her heart hammering. I need to buy some things for Suyan, and before you say no, remember that I'm here to take care of her. That means I need to do my job properly. For a moment, silence. Then Jungkook exhales, tilting his head as if considering something. Jungkook mocking, are you giving me orders now, little caretaker? Van's stomach twists at the way he is saying it, like she is something small, something to be toyed with. Van firmly. I'm simply stating a fact. Yoongi lets out a low chuckle, clearly entertained. Jungkook, on the other hand, watches her for a long moment before finally speaking. Jungkook, you don't seem to understand something, Ryan. You don't go anywhere unless I say so. You don't step outside these walls without my permission, because the moment you do, you are no longer under my protection. His words hit like a warning or maybe a threat. Ryan swallows but doesn't break an eye contact. Ryan whispering, challenging, and what happens then? Jungkook lips curd slightly, but it's not a smile, it's something darker. Jungkook taunting, then you'll learn why people fear my name. A shiver runs down her spine. She should be terrified, she should back down, but for some reason she doesn't. She holds his gaze, refusing to be the first one to look away. Van, steady but quiet, noted. For a second, Jungkook's expression flickers, surprised, maybe even amused. Then, with a wave of his hand, he dismisses her. Jungkook, take her out, Yoongi, but she stays in your sight. Van let out a quiet breath. She won in a way, but as she walks away, she can still feel Jungkook's gaze burning into her back.